Welcome to the International High Tech channel, where we dive deep into the fascinating worlds of biology, technology, and science. Today, we're exploring one of the most fundamental processes in modern biology, something that's happening in every single cell of your body right now.
Exactly. Today, we're talking about the Krebs cycle, also known as the Citric Acid Cycle, a biochemical masterpiece that fuels life itself. Ever wondered how that apple you ate, that slice of bread or piece of meat transforms into the energy that keeps you alive, thinking, running, or even just breathing? Well, it's not magic, it's a brilliantly efficient engineering marvel inside our cells.
And those tiny structures called mitochondria, often called the power plants of the cell, are the engines behind this process. Inside these microscopic factories, food is broken down and converted into usable energy, almost like an intricate, high-tech assembly line. But did you know that the story of how this all works began nearly a century ago with a brilliant scientist named Hans Adolf Krebs?
That's right. Up until the 1930s, scientists had glimpses of how nutrients got processed, fragments of the puzzle, but the entire picture was missing. They couldn't connect the dots to see the whole picture. It was like having parts of a machine but not understanding how they fit together to make it run.
And then, along came Krebs. Fleeing Nazi Germany, he found refuge in England, where he dedicated himself to uncovering how cells use oxygen to generate energy. Through meticulous experiments, he made a groundbreaking discovery. This process isn't just a straight line. Instead, it's a continuous loop, like a wheel turning endlessly, always returning to where it started.
That wheel is what we call the Krebs cycle. At the center of it is a little molecule called acetyl-CoA, which you can think of as the ignition key to our internal energy engine. It enters the cycle, combines with a 4-carbon molecule called oxaloacetate, and together, they form citrate, citric acid, the molecule from which the cycle gets its name.
Then, a beautifully coordinated dance begins. Enzymes act like expert workers on an assembly line, reshaping citrate, releasing carbon dioxide, and harvesting energy in the form of high-energy electrons. These electrons are stored in molecules like NADH and FADH. Think of them as rechargeable batteries, ready to unleash their stored energy at just the right moment.
But why is this cycle such an ingenious system? Imagine it as a high-tech factory that produces 3 vital products. First, we have ATP, the energy or currency of the cell. It's the quick cash that powers your muscles, nerves, and even the blinking of your eyes.
Next, there are NADH and FADH, the charged-up batteries I mentioned. They travel on to another part of the mitochondria called the electron transport chain, where they unleash their energy to generate a massive amount of ATP, lightning in a bottle, powering everything in your body.
And there's a third, perhaps less obvious product, metabolic intermediates. These are molecules produced along the way that your body can reuse to build essential compounds, like amino acids for proteins or fatty acids for membranes and hormones. Basically, the Krebs cycle isn't just burning fuel, it's also supplying the raw materials needed for life's construction projects.
So, in essence, this cycle is the central hub of metabolism. Almost every biochemical pathway in our body, whether breaking down nutrients or building new molecules, links back to it. That's why Krebs's discovery was such a turning point in biology. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1953 for this transformative insight.
Even today, nearly 90 years later, the Krebs cycle remains at the core of cutting-edge research. For instance, in cancer studies, scientists observe how tumor cells sometimes rewire their metabolism, changing how the Krebs cycle operates to survive and grow.
And in diseases like diabetes, disruptions in this cycle can affect how our bodies process sugar and fat. Researchers are even exploring how small inefficiencies in the cycle might contribute to aging, potentially playing a role in cellular decline over time.
This understanding is leading to new drugs designed to target specific steps within the Krebs cycle, either slowing down or boosting certain reactions, to treat complex diseases at their metabolic roots.
It's mind-blowing to think that a discovery made nearly a century ago still guides much of the science shaping our future. The Krebs cycle isn't just a diagram in a textbook. It's a living process happening in every cell of your body, every second.
Every breath you take, every step you make, all are powered by this elegant cycle of chemistry. It's the engine of life, Nobel-worthy in its ingenuity and importance.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into one of biology's greatest marvels. Stay curious, and remember, science isn't just about facts, it's about understanding the brilliant machinery inside us all.
Absolutely. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and we'll see you in our next episode. Because here at International High Tech, every story is an invitation to understand the future of science and technology.
Until then, take care and stay curious. The journey of discovery never ends.